Starting off on all fours, we're going to come up into our downward dog position. And we're pedaling out the feet here, bringing the heels towards the mat. From here, you're going to press your toes into the mat and big protraction in the shoulders. Toes are coming up. Weight is distributed into the hands, and we're going to drop down into our floating upward dog. Let your hips sink here in this position. And then we're going to tuck the chin, draw the belly button in towards your spine, press firmly into the hands. Go back to your downward dog, pedal out the feet. Again, press the toes firmly into the mat, rolling into your second spinal wave, all the way into floating upward dog. Sinking the hips. We're doing this one more time. Draw belly button in, press hands into mat, chin to chest, rolling up. Pedaling out the feet. Last time, rolling up, drawing the belly button in, big spinal wave, big protraction, going into your floating upward dog, sinking the hips into the mat, but notice that my hips are not touching the mat. From here, we're going to lower our elbows down all the way, and I'm going to bring my right hand out in the T position. My left heel is going to come to my sit bone, and I'm going to twist over into a rotation. This is going to stretch and release the pec major, but it's also rotating the lower torso, so the lower hips as well. Coming over to the other side, opening up. And just holding the position for about 5 seconds. Right hand comes out to T position, left heel comes to sit bone. I'm rotating over. My opposite hand is actively pushing away. Switching sides, heel to sit bone, coming over. Again, that right hand is actively pushing away. We're going to do one more round on each side. Last one. From here, I'm going to bring this left leg, bring it into a forward step. And I'm in my S position. So this is also the 90-90 from Paul Chek. S position is a little bit closer here. But we're going to start with just switching side to side. Internal hip rotation, external hip rotation, feet connecting to the mat here, over. And then really rotating those hips so your hips are facing your leg, the front leg. Switching sides. Switching over, nice and easy. Opening up, hips are facing this leg. So they're facing forward, and I'm actively pressing this leg into the mat. Feet are connected, hands are behind me, rotating over, switching. Twisting through. Hips, twist. Again, on each side, feet staying connected to the mat here. rotating over, twisting. Awesome. Now from here, we're going to do S position to helicopter. And we're going to go slow at first, and then we're going to gain momentum. So at first, I'm still in my S. I can bring my heel in towards my body, and the opposite heel is going to come in towards my body. I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to sit back on this forearm. My right leg is going to swing as my body goes behind me. So my right leg is going to swing into fully extended. I'm going to helicopter over. Now my back is fully extended. And with this momentum, this leg is also going to go wide as well. So I'm going to open up. And this leg is opening. Windshield wiper over. And now I'm in an S position on the opposite side. I'm going to reach. Lean back. Back leg swings across. Over. Reach. The more momentum you have, the easier it is and the less challenging it is on the brain and what your legs are actually doing. Reaching through, sitting back, extended, up. Reach, over, through. Reach, through. Reaching, reach, and that's good. Alright, this is a lovely one. Still in my S position. I'm going to bring my back leg, forward step, come up into a lunge position. So I'm going to drive up. I'm in a lunge here. This back leg is going to open up to a sumo squat. My right leg or my right knee is going to come down, twisting through. Right hand is going to meet the mat, and I'm going to sneak my knee in between this leg, and I'm going to come into a seated S or a seated twisting position. From here, I can actually lean back and get a nice side hip stretch. So I'll show you from the side. So I can hug my knee and get a nice lateral glute stretch on this upward leg, or I can sit behind me and lean that hip in. I actually really like this one. Opening up all my obliques here, but mainly the outer glute hip region. From here, I'm going to come back up. This knee is going to come out of the thread. My right hand is going to base behind me. I'm going to come back to my sumo squat. Wide stance position, sumo position. Now I get to switch. Left knee is going to thread through the right opening. Left knee threads through. I'm in my seated position. Holding and hugging. Lean back. Get a nice twist. And then I'm basing with that left arm again. Twist back. Sumo squat. Right knee sneaks through. And I'm back to my S position. And I'm going to lean back here. Unravel. Your mobilization should only be 3 to 5 seconds. It shouldn't be long holding. Mobilizing the body. Leaning back, opening up, squat, thread that knee through, seated position, leaning back. Beautiful. And last time, opening up, big sumo squat, left knee threads through, and I'm hugging the knee, and then leaning back. From here, I'm going to come to my frog position or my deep squat position. This is very important for your hip flexors. If your hip flexors are super tight, you're not going to be able to get into this position. If this is challenging for you, I highly encourage you to make time every day to be in this deep squat position comfortably. From here, I'm going to use the support of my hands, and I'm going to bring my knee and tap it to the mat, trailing over the foot, bringing the knee through and tapping. However, I can use my hands for support. Okay. So I'm bringing the knee through, tap, tap. Heels are down. You drive through, and I'm really also stretching the front of the ankle here. So this is really nice for also mobilizing the front of the ankle. Coming back to my deep squat position, and then bringing my hips through, really opening up the quads, lengthening the hip flexors, and then pulling it back in. Back. Connecting to the feet, connecting to the hips and the knees. Eventually we can do it with no hands, but if we need our hands for support, that's good. Beautiful. So our last hip mobilization is going to be the salty gorilla. From this one, we're going to start in an active squat. So we're not going to be in this deep passive squat. We're actually going to kind of bring our feet nice and strong, check in with your feet, make sure you have good arches here. And we're going to be kind of in this, feeling this strength and the tension in the glutes and the hamstrings. From here, I'm going to bring my hands forward into a fist. Thumbs are also connecting to the mat. I'm going to bring my knees to the mat, and I'm going to go into sort of an extension or a lordosis in the low back. Really want you to really exaggerate that, because this allows us to go into our protraction in the shoulders. So coming back, I'm in my active squat. I'm going to bring my hands forward to fists. Knees are going to come down, and I'm in my lordosis position. And then I'm going to press, and I'm in this big protraction in my upper back. Big protraction here, which allows me to pass through with my heels touching the mat first, then my feet. And I'm back into my deep squat position. Side. Again, I'm in my strong squat, bringing my fists down on the mat. Knees are going to touch the mat, going into my lordosis, then big protraction so I can bring my hips through and pass my hands. Heel, toe. Again. Let's go through 2 rounds this way and 2 back. So again, I'm in my strong squat. Hands are going to come through. Knees are coming towards the mat. I'm in my lordosis to my protraction, passing through, lordosis, knees to mat, big protraction, again. Switch. Last time. One more time. and that is your hip mobility session.